Hey, teacups, welcome to another live episode of Tea with Teash podcast. My name is Teash. Y'all already know what time it is. So, today we have the Royal Chief himself. Now, there's not really a need for a huge introduction. Those from Kansas City, y'all know what T is with him. You guys have seen him around. He's a recording artist and host of On Wax DJ Battle. And he's teeing with us today. So, how cool is that? So, because he has a really, really busy schedule, I try to keep it light and enjoy the flight. I don't like to keep him too long. So, let's just get into this thing. And I hope you guys enjoy teeing with us as much as we're going to enjoy giving you the tea. So, let me grab him really quick. Hello, hello.
What's happening?
Not much, not much. Just always trying to stay as vibrant as I can. It is spring, however.
For sure, as you should.
So, what's going on with you?
What's the deal? What's happening?
Not too much. So, as I was telling everybody, so you are the Royal Chief, recording artist, host of On Wax DJ Battle. You have your hands in a whole lot of a lot. So, let's get into this thing because I know you have a lot to do. So, how long have you been in the game of music?
Professionally since 2012. It's about what? A little over
It's been a
13 years
minute.
now, 14. It's been a minute, but yes, professionally since 2012. I've been writing music since I was like 13.
Okay, well, what a gift. So, I do want to make sure that I say congratulations on your Tiny Desk audition back in 2021. I'm sorry I'm late to
Appreciate
the
that.
party, but I did
No,
want to
you
throw
good,
that
you
out
good.
there
You
because
good.
not
That's the
everybody's dope
point.
enough for it.
No, I appreciate the love. Yeah, I mean, and I'm glad you saw it, so I mean, it still get to live on, you know what I mean? That's the beautiful thing about music is it don't it's never old, it's new to somebody. So,
Absolutely. So, what was the feeling like being a part of something so massive and special? Because, like I said, not a lot of people get to even take it to that level with Tiny Desk.
it's just a blessing and it's like a testament to like what you're doing. Like it's confirmation you're doing the right thing.
Hmm.
So it's a wonderful feeling and it's kind of what keep you going. And like whenever you down, it's like, all right, here's something, here's being recognized, like what you're doing means something. And, it kind of give you the boost to keep going.
Okay, cool, cool. I like how low key you are, and I'm so out loud. I think that's just the Leo in me,
Oh,
so I'm
okay,
sorry.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
you
yeah. That's
real
good though.
chill.
That's
You like,
good.
yeah, so what's next?
Yeah,
Um, so
it's a
give
good
us some tea about the
balance.
On Wax DJ battle. So
Yeah,
how
so
long has this been running? How did you begin hosting it? Because of course, by doing research and things like that, that's how I know about it.
yeah,
So how did that begin for you?
so we started on wax two summers ago.
Hmm.
It was me and a couple of the homies, and we just wanted to make something kind of different for the city. Something we hadn't seen. We started it as, actual DJ battle. It was like a bracket, 8 DJs coming together. They battled it out for like a cash prize. And we did it. We started it two summers ago, and it was doing really well. And then we brought it back last summer. And so I wanted to expand it. So we got like several different versions. We got like the actual the eight DJ bracket style version, and then we also turned it to like a party style thing with the decades version, which we've been doing a lot lately with Brian B. Shannon and DJ Do. So yeah, just trying to make dope things in Kansas City that don't exist. Places I wanted to be, things I wanted to do. I was just like, well, if ain't nobody making them, I'll just make them. We'll make them
Okay.
crack from there. So
You got to be the
yeah, that's what it's
starter
about.
sometimes, like
I'm gonna be
even
like
when I
that.
was just talking to Joe Black, same motion. It was like ain't nobody doing it, so we got to do it for the
Yeah,
city. And I definitely show a lot of love to you guys because of that. Because a lot of people they may dream it, but they don't really execute it. And the
right.
fact that you keep the city in mind as well as surrounding areas with everything you touch. I
Yeah.
think that's amazing. I wish I knew how to DJ or, get on the mic and say a little bit because I
Yeah,
turned it
yeah,
out for real.
yeah.
So,
I feel the energy on you. I feel the energy
yeah.
on you.
So, salute to your partnership with Bank of America for the Black Entrepreneurship Series, where you are highlighting local small businesses. And I mean, that's big in itself because that's why I started my platform just to spotlight and highlight our local small business owners, creatives, and things like that that might be getting some shine, but not enough. Not
Yeah,
not to my liking. I feel like we need to pop out for real. So
yeah.
That's amazing. How did that begin for you?
Yeah, so that was through the Casey Current. I kind of been tapped in with them for like the last 3 years.
Hmm.
And they just reached out to me and was like, "Yo, we looking for somebody to host our Black Entrepreneurship Series, which was presented by Bank of America." So I was like, of course, ain't gonna turn that
Right,
down.
no brainer.
Yeah, no brainer. So yeah, they were like, "Yo, can you host the series? Can you like, make a song to intro the series?" So I was like, "Yeah, I'll do that." And then as far as the song, I was like, "I'll just make a song for the team, not even
Yeah,
just exclusively for the series, just so y'all got something that's for y'all, for the current, celebrating them and the women's teams and things like that." So there's
that's
just
cool.
networking, staying connected to folks,
Yeah,
tapping in with people,
I
being
like
around.
that. I saw the video when you posted it, and I was like, uh-oh, because who doesn't like the color teal? It's something about that's one of my favorite colors, and
Yeah,
it was just so vibrant,
for sure.
and you meant it with conviction. Everything that you said, it was just, I don't know, it was a vibe to me. Even though you didn't say a whole lot, I was like, uh-oh. So if I could rap, I'd probably be on there. I wouldn't show you up per se,
Okay,
but
okay.
it
But you're
was
gonna
just a
come with it.
vibe, though.
You're gonna come with it.
It was a vibe.
I
So,
appreciate that.
of course. So you've teamed up with the KC Current to do some amazing things. Can you elaborate on that? Because you also had, I think it was like, I don't know if it was it Super Bowl based? It was some type of communication. I know that that's the whole soccer team, but I know that you do a lot as far as speaking and being out there with them. So like, how did that begin? And honestly, I'm just getting hip to KC Current because I'm not a
Yeah,
big soccer
yeah,
person, but
yeah, yeah.
how did all that jump out for you?
Yeah, man, I had a friend that got connected with the team and kind of put me in touch with them. And I got cool with some of the players. Um, like I said, that was about 3 years ago when they were still playing out at the Legends,
Hmm.
at the Sporting KC Stadium. And so just staying connected, of course, supporting them. I'm big on sports. I wasn't ever really big on soccer
Yeah.
because it wasn't something like I played coming up. And so the current kind of got me into soccer. And then, seeing the team being around it, that's the first team that actually built its own women's stadium and its own women's facilities and whatnot. And kind of knowing that story and being at the forefront of things was something I kind of connected with and related to.
Hmm.
So it just tightened that bond with me and the team and kind of the mission they were on. I felt like it was kind of the same thing I'd be on, you know. So yeah, that's just being a city that's doing something for the first time, being the first to like set the standard for other cities is super cool.
Hmm.
So I love what they're doing, and I'm glad I found a way to be a part of it, and they allowed that for me. So
Absolutely. So, I mean, because that's like a childhood dream of anybody's that wants to do something major, and just to be connected by any means, I think that that's remarkable for real. Like, I've always wanted to major in journalism,
mm,
so it was always
mhm.
a thing for me, public speaking, and
Yeah,
really what I'm doing now is really in my purpose. So, when I start doing certain things for the first time, there are other people probably like, how did you get to do that? How are you talking to them? That's really the hype. And to go back over everything that you've done, I know you like that was number God because I
yeah.
was just in the place.
Yeah, basically, yeah, just being around, being right place, right time.
Okay.
It's they always talk about like being lucky, which a lot of this stuff, is luck, but you can kind of manipulate luck,
Yeah.
by just being places,
Yeah.
leaving the house, getting out, getting active, shaking hands, kissing babies.
Basically, for sure. So, um, entrepreneurship is at an all-time high right now.
For sure.
So, um, at the elevation of business in our area, it sparks volumes in our community. So, what are your plans for more involvement around the city as far as small businesses are concerned? Because I know, like I said, you do a lot with small businesses as far as putting them on the forefront and supporting them. So, is there anything additional that you're working on to make sure that you're pushing the envelope for them?
For sure. So I actually there's a couple of initiatives I'll be kind of working with. I'm gonna be connecting with Ride and Roll KC, and they're a nonprofit that supplies like bikes and stuff to the youth and
Hmm.
whatnot, youth that may not have, just to kind of increase health and getting those things around. They do like a bike ride around the city and have an event. So I'm supposed to be connecting with them next month. Um, they have Black Women's Maternal Health Week, so we'll be doing an event with my homegirl Aisha.
Mm-hmm.
Also next month at Ruby Jeans for that. I'll be connecting back with Ruby Jeans for Juice Jams this year. This will be this is our second year collaborating on that. So, growing and making that bigger and bringing health to like the Black community and using art to kind of help push that initiative. So yeah, we got a few things we're working on now that I'm thinking about it.
Okay. So you got a lot wheeling and dealing, and that's crazy that you brought up Juice Jams because I was getting ready to get into it, but since you did, so I'm just gonna throw this out there. So you've been the curator for Juice Jams by putting set lists together. You have been doing a whole lot with that. So what's tea for this summer? Because you just said that y'all got a lot going on, and I even looked back at some videos from last year because I've never attended.
Hmm.
I'm almost like a hermit, believe it or not, but I do plan to come out and check out what's going on because
Good, good, good.
what you do is so dope. And I'm like, I know it'll be a movie if I showed up.
Of
So
course, of
what
course.
y'all got? Like, do y'all have a set list already, or is it like on a
Um,
hush
so
for now?
so it's on the hush for
Okay.
now. But we'll be announcing it soon. We got our dates. But yeah, it'll be taking place from every month from June to September. It's kind of like a block party mini festival. We do in the Ruby Jeans parking lot, so we'll have performances, we'll have vendors, we got food, um, different art mediums. So we'll have like
Mm-hmm.
fashion, film will be a part of it. Obviously, music is gonna always be a part of it. We'll have a gallery there, so artists can come, display their art and sell their art. So yeah, it's just Juice Jams is just a celebration of the arts. Super fun. We just wanted to there wasn't a lot of spaces for like hip hop, R&B, Black focused art,
Yeah.
in the city, and that's kind of what we wanted to connect and provide that space to
Okay.
us to celebrate each other and show the city like what we have to offer, because there's a lot of people here who don't know that stuff exists. So
Yeah.
it's like, man, here come platform, your art, come platform the culture, and also just about as people being healthy and giving our bodies the right things, through food
Yeah.
and whatnot. So yeah, we just building.
I love that. Like I said, you all are doing amazing, and the city is growing. And just for people to even come in as tourists or
Yeah.
just the locals, it's always something positive for us to do and
Yep.
get involved in. And all it takes is one person to have that vision and implement it, and
For
here
sure.
we are. So
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
So you've been around the city and a part of some dope events, which has been the most memorable for you? Because you've done a lot of stuff. So, what would you say has been the most memorable so far?
Oh, that's tough.
I knew
Um,
it would be.
that's tough because I would say we've been doing a lot of things for some years now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think the Casey Curran is probably the most
Yeah.
memorable, and I know that's a cop out because it's the most recent, one of the most recent. But I think that one kind of did a lot for me,
Yeah.
just mentally and with things I've been building and dealing with and going through. I think that just kind of did a lot for me, and just how long that was basically like a 3 year thing.
Okay.
So seeing it kind of come to fruition is like, okay, yeah, that's different
All right, okay. I was hoping that you mentioned something more recent because of course, throughout your catalog, you've done a lot of things that meant a whole lot to you. So
for
I was
sure,
hoping that you pulled something recent just because of the sake that it was something that you most recently had your hands in. So now the good thing is that I'm getting ready to throw out here because I was excited. You and Jazz are couch killing me. So I just caught wind that you had a song on Bel
for
Air, the hit
sure,
series on
yes.
Peacock called "See Me Now." How did that opportunity come about? Because do y'all know when y'all have songs on there that's massive? Like, do you understand that? So how did that happen?
Yeah, so I actually so the person who created the show, Morgan Cooper, is from Kansas City.
Uh huh.
And I saw the trailer like when it went viral, like everybody else. But he was doing an interview down on 18th and Vine one day, and I was just like, you know what, I need to go meet this dude.
Yeah.
So I like ran up on him. I caught him on the street, introduced myself,
Yeah.
talked to him for a little bit. He went and did his interview, and I seen him again. He was doing a panel with this group called By Design. They're like a magazine, and so they had him on to do the panel, and it's the same thing. I went to the event, you know, met
Yeah.
him, chopped it up with him or whatnot, and just kind of built some rapport with fam. And then when they were working on Bel Air, the first season they were had several like artists from here kind of featured, throughout
Mm,
music, and they had like visual art and stuff in the show. So when they were working on the second season, I just hit him up and was just like, "Yo, I'd love to, submit some music for the show." And he's like, "Yeah, send it over." So from there, like some months later, the show reached out and was like, "Yo, we want to use this song for this season." And it kind of just trickled from there. So it was really just networking, kind of building rapport with fam over. That was another play that was like over the course of a few years,
yeah.
building and kind of growing and being active, in the city and just hanging around.
How
And
does that make you
it kind of
feel though?
worked out.
Like, did your family hear it and they was like, "Oh my God, that's him,
No, it was it
y'all"?
was
Like,
it was it was super exciting because I didn't know they had hit me up, but they hadn't confirmed with me yet that it was going to be in the show, so I didn't know until I was watching the episode and it came
yeah,
on, which was
I,
crazy. I'm
I
sitting back like,
bet.
oh, is that my shit? So yeah, it felt great. Yeah, my family and friends and people was hitting me up, but it was again one of them things that's confirmation you're doing the right thing.
Yeah. I love it. I love the series. I think that they did an exceptional job with the casting.
For
They
sure.
definitely chose the right person to play Will, hands
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
But just to
Bar
hear
Claw.
what you guys had going on, I was like, and to think they're from here, it doesn't mean that it's unattainable, but
Yeah,
just to see us moving like this,
right.
in such a smaller place as opposed to big LA and all these other big spots, that's
Yeah,
crazy. I was like, do you know how many people would love to get that platform? But they're like, ain't nobody checking for us from Kansas City. But they
yeah.
really checking for us from Kansas City. You know what I'm saying?
No, most definitely. Like there's a lot of people who are from here who got ties to here, have things going on. It's just like
Mm-hmm.
you just want to make yourself known to those people or be around, and
Yeah.
find bring value to those people and what they got going on, and like
Yeah.
you can enter those spaces, and that's all what it was for me. Like that was me moving back to Kansas City was just to show people from here, like, yo, we can do these things.
Yeah.
It's real, it's obtainable, and it's different when you see somebody do it from where you come from.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And
that's
that's
just
kind of
let you know you can do it.
for real. I mean, and like I said, my whole thought on just starting this whole thing, and there are so many other things I want to do with my
Yep.
platform. And because I do have an LLC, so anything I want to do under the Tea with Teach brand, I can.
Yep.
But I love to see us doing a lot. I've even interviewed people from out of state,
Mhm.
and I just think it's important to highlight those that have businesses, those creatives, those entertainers that are heard but not really
Right.
heard. And I like to be the person to push it all out there. Like, yeah, I spoke to them. Did y'all get that? Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
So, just for you to be doing what you're doing, everybody moving like they're moving, and yeah, being in those spaces where you can be an attribute for somebody, and they can also be one to you. Then we
For
all on
sure.
scene. You know what I'm saying? So,
Exactly.
I love that
Exactly.
though.
Yeah. Yeah. We got
Um,
to bring value to each other.
we do, and always possible. So, what should we be on the lookout for in these next months coming up? That was already a question of mine. You kind of touched on it, but since it was a question of mine, I'm just gonna
For
throw it out there,
sure.
and see what's going on. So, what can we keep our binoculars on for? Because I'm always paying attention to the streets, even though I ain't in them.
Uh, as you should. As you should. So we got On Wax Battle of the Decades next Friday at
Hmm.
Parlor. It's March 28th with myself, Brian B. Sean, and DJ Duke. It's 90s versus 2000s versus 2010s. Um, we got what's up?
Hey,
What's up, fam?
TGC Stone.
We got that going on next Friday, March 28th. We got the Black Women's Maternal Health Week going on. That's April 12th.
Hmm.
That'll be at Ruby Jeans. We got the Ride and Roll event going on in April. They don't have a date for that, but that'll be in
Okay,
April. Um, Juice Jams will be kicking off in
and
June,
I'm gonna go.
June
I'm
20th.
gonna come
Please
too.
pull up on us. It's gonna be a
I
vibe.
am. I ain't opposed to sharing no flyer now. I'll
Hey,
make sure
for
that the people know
sure,
about it. So yeah, for
definitely.
sure.
Now, Juice Jams will be kicking off June 20th at Ruby Jeans. And then we will, Teal Town, the song I did with the current, is out now. And then we'll start rolling out new music into April.
Look at y'all. See, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, you, Joe Black, YG, now everybody like there's so much elevation going on all at one
Yeah,
time, and you just try to catch it. You just try to catch it and be there, a part of it all. And I just love to see. not just our culture, but our men. Like, and
Yeah,
it's so positive. It sends chills for real, because a lot of people think that it's always about violence, negativity, and it's not. It's
no,
inclusion, and everybody is bossing on their terms, and I
yeah,
love that.
and that's what it's about. It's, it's about everybody bossing up and understanding like you don't have to just be one person.
Yeah,
Like none of these other cities that do it is it a single person. There ain't nobody just likes one single artist. Like we like multiple things. We like different people, different artists. So it's better for us to collaborate and connect
yeah,
and see like what can I do with you that brings your audience to me and my audience to you.
right,
You know what I mean? And we can grow and build from there and just keep building them bricks until we got something to
absolutely.
stand on. So
That's for
yeah,
real.
it's about coming together, collaborating with each other, being genuine with it, and just building, being consistent. That's really the hard part.
For real. I mean, once you don't see nothing moving, some people just start falling off like, this ain't for me, this
Yeah,
ain't working. But you got to keep at it, because you never know what's going to reveal in the end. So
it's a
whenever
fact.
you get that momentum to slow down, just don't stop. That's what I
Exactly.
tell people.
Facts. Yes.
So how can people keep up with you? I know everybody can follow you, but give everybody that's watching or that'll be watching later, or even want to share this live, how can they tap in with you just to keep up and make sure that they're supporting the cause?
Yeah. Just I mean, you can follow all my social media everywhere is at the Royal Chief. That's Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, whatever you own, Twitter. It's all at the Royal Chief. You can go to theroyalchief.com. That's my website. You can go there and stay up with us. YouTube, just at the Royal Chief. If you type it in anywhere, I'll pop up. But yeah, IG is probably the best place to stay up with us. That's where we telling everything we got going on. So
Okay.
yeah.
So where you get the Royal Tea from? I wasn't gonna do it, but I'm gonna just ask. So where did that name originate from?
So I used to go by a different name when I was kind of coming up.
Yeah.
But I moved to Atlanta when I was 20. And I was like the name. I kind of heard some people with it, and I was like, yo, I need something that's mine, that's unique, that don't nobody know, that don't nobody else have. And so that's when I was in Atlanta, I was like, yo, I want something that represents where I'm from. So I just took the
Mm-hmm.
two sports teams and kind of put them together, and I was like, well, nobody has this, nobody's going by this, so I'll just
Huh.
stand in that, and we'll build from there. So I just took the Royals and the Chiefs, put it together, and
Yeah.
that way, it's always Kansas City, no matter where we
I
at.
love that. Okay. All right. Okay, I can dig it.
For
So
sure.
what's a fun fact about the Royal Chief that nobody knows, that they might think they know, but they don't really know?
A fun fact about the Royal Chief that nobody knows. Hmm. Uh, uh,
I love getting
that's
people when
tough.
it comes to this question.
Let me think. I'm trying to think of a fun. I don't know what's a fun fact. I used to play the saxophone in middle
Really?
school.
That's
Really?
actually fun. Like, who would have seen that in you though? Like, it ain't no specific person, no particular persona, but I couldn't see you playing the saxophone for some
Yeah.
reason.
I played the saxophone from sixth grade to my sophomore year. I was in marching band, all that.
Oh my God. Okay, so music has definitely been in your blood. I just didn't think I didn't
Yeah.
see a saxophone, but so can you play now?
I haven't played in some
Yeah.
years, but I mean, if I picked it back up, I could play.
I'd definitely be playing. I would show out if I was a male,
Yeah.
single or not. If I wasn't looking for that, I would still play and just see how the
Yeah.
ladies react
Just
to
see
it.
what they do. Hey, listen, I might have to pull it out.
Man, and I just, I mean, it's just the thrill of people enjoying
Exactly.
what you're doing.
For
So
sure.
I'm sure that's how it is for performers, though. As soon as you
Yeah,
come out,
yeah,
seeing people screaming and they face light up like they seen an ice cream truck, which I
yeah.
did yesterday. Um, but it's just a dope scene, and just knowing that you're doing what you love to do and people love it too. So
Yeah, for sure.
I can dig that. Well, I definitely want to thank you so much for this tea talk. I'm always trying to find new faces and spaces, and
Yeah,
now I got some new people locked in. But I'm definitely going to check out Juice Jams, because
please, please,
it sounds like
please.
a time, and the videos are always on. So
Most definitely. Most
for
definitely. Yes.
sure.
Yes, please come
Well,
check us out.
how can we? Is it? Do we have to get tickets for
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
or
yeah. So you'll get tickets through my website for it.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that'll kick off in June on Wax next week. Same thing. You can get tickets to on Wax on my website right now.
Okay.
It's $10 for a ticket, so come vibe with us.
Well, that's what's up. Well, keep doing what you're
You
doing.
as
I'm proud of
well,
you. Like I said, I love to see young men really high stepping and doing it all and bringing others with them. So you're definitely doing the right thing.
for sure.
Um, and like I always tell everybody at the end of every show, you are officially a teacup now. I forgot to share that with Joe Black, but he
Okay.
is.
Appreciate that.
Um,
Appreciate
but
that. Pinkies up. Pinkies up.
for sure. Definitely always keep enough room in your teacups for new tea because you never know who's going to be stopping through. And I'll make
Most
sure, like
definitely.
I said, to keep the word out for everything that you're doing because it's great. And any flyer I see, I'll make sure to slide it through the internet and make sure I tag you.
I appreciate that.
Have a
Thank you
good
so
day.
much.
Of
You do the
course.
same. We'll talk soon.
Bye.